Alright, I actually ran out of storage on my phone, but we're back. Haven't changed anything. You can see that the text file is still the same, but just code explanation portion. This is the transmitter's code, and this is the receiver's code. Transmitter, essentially I define pins and some variables. The RF radio goes in pins 9 and 10, which are here, 9 and 10. It also connects 11, 12, and 13 to the RF radio under here. And on the other side, we have 3.3 volts ground, and then that's 11 and 12. Going back to this, it opens up the open writing pipe, and that's what sends the data. And the motor pin is initialized as an output pin. The temperature sensor is on A0. I can show that here. So this 3-piece is the temperature sensor, and it's connected to 5 volts to ground, and this yellow wire connects it to A0. And so it reads in the value from 1 to 1024. You divide it out, multiply it by the 5-volt input, subtract the offset of a 0.5 volt, and then multiply it by 100, and that gives you the temperature in Celsius. And so then I use the temperature keyword down here, so that if the temperature is greater than 23.5 degrees Celsius, which, you know, the last we had it was always greater than 23.5 degrees Celsius. It writes the motor pin high, which makes the fan or the motor spin. Else, you know, it's too cold, so you don't want the motor to spin. Right here, this is the char text for. We turned the temperature variable from a double into a string, and we just take the first 4 digits of that string to transfer. And that's what this line of code does. Radio write this array and send it, and then delay for 10 seconds. So then if we go to the receiver code, oh goodness. If we go to the receiver code, sorry, it's getting loud, but the receiver down here on the desktop, receiver to desktop, and this was plugged into my laptop. This just has the transceiver, the same NRF240L1 transceiver, and its pins are hooked up the same as on the other Arduino, from 9 through 13 and 3.3 volts in ground. And so the radio is on pins 9 and 10. This was the time in hours, minutes, seconds that incremented by itself. This was the data address that it sent via radio. Serial begin just lets it print out on the Arduino, and then open reading pipe. This is where it actually reads in this, whatever's written in the transceiver. And so it starts listening, and then it loops, and every time it loops, it'll receive a new text variable, which is this little 4-bit that's sent. And so it reads in the text, and it saves it to this text variable, and then this is where it prints out. So it prints one line, which on here can be seen. So from the top, it'll print one line, and then it'll print the time. So time, and then print time hour, and then a colon, and and then print time minute, and then a colon, and then print time
I
second.
thought it was just like you were just trying to get the
Then
input related to
that's a print line, so then it'll go down a line, and then it'll print the text, which it received via radio, and then degrees Celsius, and that's another print line, which is there. And then it'll do the delay for 10 seconds, and over here it'll increment the time, so seconds plus 10 seconds. If seconds equals 60, set seconds to 0 and increment the time by minutes, and if minutes equals 60, increment the time by hour and reset the minutes and seconds. So those are how the two codes work.